powerful meditation using NLP. So very quickly, I will try to explain what is subconscious mind, how it works. So if our mind had to be represented like a circle, this is how it would look. 10%, a smaller part would be conscious mind and the larger part would be unconscious mind. Now this 90% of unconscious mind is majorly a storage device. So it stores the information which has been processed and transferred by conscious mind. Now what does conscious mind do? Conscious mind does thinking. It is a logical part of the mind. It takes decisions. So right now you are listening to whatever I am saying and you are thinking about it logically. So this is done by our conscious mind. You may take a decision whether to agree, disagree, whether to evaluate, judge. So all these things are done by our conscious mind. What does the subconscious mind do? Our subconscious mind is creative and imaginative. So how do we know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? You can unmute and you can tell me, and you can use the chat box as well. So this program is right now live on Facebook, not on YouTube. However, after the program is over, we will edit and upload it on YouTube. So our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. How do we know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? There are some couple of participants who have attended my program before. So do they remember the example? How do you know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? You can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me as well if you remember. How do we know that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative? Anyone remembers the example?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
When we watch a movie, we can imagine what is going on the screen, and we do accordingly.
Right, great. Thank you. I think that was Manjula. I think. Thank you. Yeah. Durga Shankar, please.
Yeah. Good evening, sir. Actually, in my thought, our mind works as a garbage of all the thoughts, which comes in the conscious mind, and time to time it goes and stored in the unconscious mind. And these thoughts helps us with the previous decisions to create some ideas like creative and imaginative way.
Right. So thank you very much, Durga Shankar Das. Wonderfully explained. However, one point which I strongly disagree is you used the word garbage for our unconscious mind. So I want to change your perception about the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind is not a garbage. It's a powerhouse which has all the powers to help us achieve our dreams, our goals. How we can do that, we will see. I will help you explain that. So thank you very much, Durga Shankar, for sharing that, because it's a powerhouse. If you imagine a powerhouse as a garbage, what will happen to our lives is something very interesting. So we will discuss that.
I agree with you, sir. Actually, I use the term garbage means the negative thoughts are
right. I understand. So there is nothing right and wrong. So we have always understood it differently. So this is why we are here, to understand my explanation and how it works. Right. So thank you very much for that. The example, so you are right there. I will just give you another example which tells you that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. If you can, for example, if you can close your eyes for a couple of seconds. Close your eyes for a couple of seconds and think about an elephant. Think about an elephant. Think about a monkey sitting on an elephant. Thinking about a monkey sitting on an elephant and eating an apple. Imagine the color of the elephant to be pink. So pink elephant, monkey sitting on an elephant and eating an apple. Now you can open your eyes and tell me. What did you see? You can use the chat box as well, or you can unmute and tell me as well. I want to keep this program interactive so that we can share and engage. I don't want to keep everyone on mute. I'm just,
Sir, I can. Sir,
yeah, please.
Sir, I can see vividly a pink elephant and
Right.
which a monkey is sitting on it and eating an
Right.
apple.
Right. So thank you very much for sharing. Rupali says pink elephant, monkey on it eating an apple. So great. Thank you very much. So most of you must have seen a pink elephant, monkey eating on an elephant and eating an apple. Okay. So even if you didn't imagine an elephant to be pink, you would definitely imagine an elephant, monkey and apple. However, I don't think you would have ever seen a monkey sitting on an elephant and eating an apple. So this itself shows that our unconscious mind is creative, right? So your mind could imagine a banana, so that's great. Okay. So now, so this shows that our unconscious mind is creative and imaginative. How do we know that our unconscious mind is emotional? So Manjula has already given us an example. So when we watch movies, while watching many movies, we get emotional, right? We get emotional. Some of us are at the verge of crying. Some of us also start crying also, and tears literally start flowing on our cheeks. Now we know that it's this movie is imaginary. Whatever is happening is imaginary. However, we still feel emotional. That is because our unconscious mind stores emotions. When we are watching movies, some emotion would trigger at our unconscious level, and because unconscious mind is comparatively very large to conscious mind, it can overtake the conscious mind. So our logic goes for a toss. As long as we are emotional, we will feel the emotions. However, after a certain time, our emotions will settle down. Once the emotion settles down, our logic comes back. So our unconscious mind is creative, imaginative, and emotional. What are the other qualities of unconscious mind quickly? So unconscious mind works 24/7. All our habits are stored in our unconscious mind. Our unconscious mind does multitasking. All the automatic responses, automatic movements are controlled by our unconscious mind. Even our thinking pattern is controlled by our unconscious mind. So we all think in a particular way all the time. That particular thinking pattern is also stored in our unconscious mind. Works 24/7, multitasking. Multitasking, automatic responses. You catch something which is hot. Before you know that object is hot and it is burning your fingers, you will immediately release that. So this is the automatic response controlled by our unconscious mind. 96% of whatever we do every day is controlled by our unconscious mind. Now there are two qualities of unconscious mind which are important for us to know to utilize the powers of unconscious mind. One is unconscious mind cannot differentiate between positive suggestions and negative suggestions. For example, if I tell myself, I am not going to have junk food from today, what comes to my mind first? Close my eyes and tell myself, I am not going to have junk food today. What comes to my mind first? So you can unmute and tell me. You can use the chat box as well. Junk food. Thank you very much. Uday says junk food. Pawan says junk food. Thank you very much. Right. So our unconscious mind cannot differentiate between positive suggestions and negative suggestions. So Durga says chip and burger. So great. So everybody has their own definition of junk food. I would have batata vada and samosa in front of me because I am more fond of that. So that will come to my mind first. Unconscious mind cannot differentiate between positive suggestions and negative suggestions. So thank you very much, Rupali, for that. So instead of saying I will not have junk food from today, what should I tell myself?
I'll have healthy food from today.
Thank you very much. So I will have healthy food from today. This is what we need to tell ourselves. That is why we tell that we should always talk positive, always think positive. This is what comes from. Because instead of telling what I don't want, I should tell what I want. So there is more likelihood of getting what I want. The second is our unconscious mind cannot differentiate between reality and imagination. This we already saw because our unconscious mind stores emotions. We watch movies, we become emotional. So while watching the movie, like Manjula said, we cannot differentiate between imagination and reality when our emotions are triggered. Now, how our mind works. So you please have attention on this. Our senses will receive the information. Conscious mind will process the information, analyze the information logically, and store the information in unconscious mind for future reference. Like Durga Prasad rightly said. So the information will be stored in unconscious mind for future reference, like we do it in while using our computers. So if we are in HR and we have typed an appointment letter. So first time we will type the appointment letter, keep it as appointment letter Sanjay Goyal. When I have the second candidate joining in, his name could be Vishal. So I would save as Vishal, make changes in the CTC and other figures, rest will remain the same, designation, everything will change, and use the same format again and again. So this is what exactly our conscious mind and unconscious mind do it together. Conscious mind will process the information and store it in the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind, once the information is there, it will be reused for our future reference. Now, it is just a storage device. So how does it become limitless? So interesting thing is that once the information goes in the unconscious mind, it becomes a reality because it cannot differentiate between negative suggestion, positive suggestion. Information transferred from conscious mind will get stored in the unconscious mind, and this information will rule us for the rest of our lives. Right. For example, as a child, as a teenager, say I was playing a game on my mobile. What happened was my father was having a conversation with one of his friends about a mutual friend on the phone, over the phone. Now, what was the conversation? He was telling his friend that a mutual friend of theirs had started his own business, giving a great job. So, wonderful job, great salary, great package, great facilities. However, this guy left the job and started his own business, and he failed miserably. After 3 years, his condition was so bad that he was looking for a job, contacting everyone. Now, this teenage boy, he has listened to the conversation. Now, this conversation was not directed to him, right? However, he listened to this conversation. Now, what happens? This information gets stored in the unconscious mind. As the teenager grows, becomes an adult, starts working. When he thinks about starting his own business, what will come to his mind first?
Failures.
Failures. So that's right, absolutely. Can you elaborate in 1 or 2 sentences what exactly would be the failure? So what would be the statement stored in his unconscious mind? So failure, absolutely right. So a little elaboration. You can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me as well. Chances of failure, right? So what would go into his unconscious mind? That it's not a great idea. It's not a great idea to start your own business, especially when you are having a great job. Chances of failure are very high, and you may end up losing everything, whatever you're doing. Business is not a stable, yeah, absolutely. How far I will succeed? So there will be a lot of self-doubt in that teenager when it comes to starting his own business. I will give you another example. I have it on my screen. Okay. So what do you see in this image? What do you see in this image? You can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me.
Kiwi and triangle.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we all are able to see kiwi. Now, how do we recognize this kiwi? It's a slice of a kiwi because we have seen a kiwi before. The image of the kiwi is stored in our unconscious mind. So when we saw this image, our conscious mind went to our unconscious to check what information is stored. It resembled closest to kiwi. So it took kiwi. But apart from kiwi, we can also see a triangle. The question is, does a triangle really exists?
No, it doesn't
No.
exist.
So thank you very much. Yeah. So no, it doesn't exist. However, we are able to see that triangle because of the triangle stored in our unconscious mind. So when our conscious mind goes in unconscious mind to check, the closest the image resembles is a triangle. So we also see a triangle along with the kiwi. So this is how our mind works. Our unconscious mind is not a garbage, or it is not a storehouse of all negative information. It all depends on the kind of information you have processed and transferred in unconscious. If you have been listening too many negative things all the time, those negative things will get stored in our unconscious mind, and we will be more negative. If we happen to see or believe or listen to the positive conversations most of the time, positive information will be stored in our unconscious mind. So that is why they say your company, what you do or achieve depends on the kind of people you associate yourself. Right. Now, so we are clear so far. We have this ability to self-reflect. So I can go back and reflect on what is right, what is wrong, what I did wrong, what I did right, and so on. When I reflect, I will form certain beliefs about whatever I did, my abilities, my potential. Right. Now, when I am forming these beliefs about my abilities, my potential, most of the time I would be disempowering myself. Most of the time, these self-beliefs would be negative because I am trying to rationalize, I am trying to look at things logically. So most of the time, the self-belief about my potentials, my abilities would be disempowering, would be negative. I would most of the time underestimate myself. Right. To know more about this topic, you should join my session on self-confidence, superpower to success. And to know more about unconscious mind, you should join my session on subconscious mind and NLP, or you can join my certification program, understand more about unconscious mind and different techniques which can be used to unleash the powers of unconscious mind. Right. Now, another analogy which I can give you is, say you are traveling in a car driven by a driver. This car is driven by a driver. Now, the driver and the car and you. What is unconscious mind and what is conscious mind in this? Driver, car, you. So what is conscious mind and what is unconscious mind if you compare analogy? Yeah.
Unconscious is driver and conscious is that person sitting beside him.
Wonderful. Thank you very much. So unconscious mind is driver and you are the conscious mind who is experiencing the ride. Right. Now, you are the person sitting in the car. Driver has all the resources, like it has GPS, it has clutch, it has brake, it has accelerator, it knows how to drive the car. Right. But it is waiting for your instructions. Based on your instructions on how to drive the car, where to take you, how to take you. It depends on that. So if you have to reach your destination, if you have to achieve your dreams, your goals, it's a combination of conscious mind and unconscious mind. However, we have to remember that the unconscious mind has all the resources, all the powers, all the potential to take you wherever you want to. Right. Now, let us look at another part, that is neuroplasticity. So I'm sure most of you must have heard about neuroplasticity. Any idea what this neuroplasticity is? You can use the chat box or you can unmute and tell me. So I got a response no. Okay. So I got 2-3 no's. So I will. So neuroplasticity, based on the research done by the scientists, they say that our brain has the ability to change. The structure of the brain has ability to change. Now, when I say the ability of brain, structure of the brain to change, what does it mean is, yeah, brain wiring. You're absolutely right. So brain wiring. So what happens is, for example, if I am as a student, when I am growing, I am going to school. I like maths teacher. He is very kind, very good, always smiling, teaching happy. So I start liking maths. So I start focusing on maths. I do more homework. I am more engaged in the classroom. I am learning more. So my part of the brain, which does the numbers, which does the calculation, would become more active, more dominant, more developed. However, however, suppose unfortunately these maths teachers go away, a new teacher comes. Now this teacher is not so good. I don't like him or her. But now I have developed a liking for English. So I would start focusing on language. So the part of the brain which controls our linguistic abilities would start developing. And this can happen at any age. So even at 50, 60, your brain can restructure. Right. Now, what is meditation? So like we have physical trainings to develop our body. So we have yoga, we exercise by going on gym, we walk, we run, do a lot of things to keep ourselves physically fit, to keep ourselves physically strong. Similarly, meditation is kind of a mental exercise, mental running, mental jogging, mental development. So I would say that all the meditation techniques which we have come across, they are focused at developing our mind. Now, one of these techniques which in NLP we are going to see this powerful meditation technique. I should be able to see your face.
Yeah.
If I am able to see faces of most of my participants, then I will be able to guide you deeper in the meditation state easily. So that's the whole idea.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So I must thank Manjula for joining in and keeping the video on. Pawan, thank you very much. Amit, thank you. Uday Singh, thank you very much. I am seeing you after more than 11 years. Nice to have you back. Vishal, thank you. Jitendra, thank you. Sunil, thank you very much for joining, taking your valuable time out. Garima, thank you. Nitin, Durga, thank you very much. So anyone who is comfortable can keep their videos on. It will definitely help me take you deeper in the state. So I have done it full screen so that I can see most of the faces. So be comfortably seated, sitting, sleeping, whatever is comfortable, your hand posture, back, nothing is of a worry in this technique. You can close your eyes and focus on your breath. You can bring your focus on your breath and take 3 deep breaths. 1, 2, 3. As you take 3 deep breaths, you would notice your breath moving in rhythmic motion. Lungs expanding, breath going in, lungs contracting, breath going out. When you bring your attention on your nostrils, you may even feel the warmth around your nostrils. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on your hands. You may notice heightened sensation on your hands and in your fingers. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on your feet. You can experience heightened sensation in your feet. I will wait for 30 seconds and your heightened sensation will keep on increasing. You may experience a heightened sensation around your body sooner or later. You can slowly and steadily bring your focus on your shoulders. You will sooner or later experience that your shoulders are becoming heavy. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on your elbows. You would notice heaviness around your elbows. Your fingers are becoming heavy. Your hands are becoming heavy. When you bring your focus on your throat, you would notice dryness around your throat. When you experience dryness around your throat, you can gulp and make it wet. Great. Thank you. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on your eyes and you would notice heaviness around your eyes. Now I will start counting from 10 to 1 in reverse order. As I start counting from 10 to 1 in reverse order, you will go deeper in the state of relaxation. Ready? You don't have to do anything. Your unconscious mind will knows how to take you in the deeper state of relaxation. It will help you do that. If there is any disturbance and your process breaks, you can close your eyes and bring yourself back and you will start again. No worries. So I'm starting to count 20 to 1 in reverse order. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 8, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 7, deep, 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 further deep, 6, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 5, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 4, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 3, deep, 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 2, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, 1, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. You would be experiencing sooner or later an extremely deep state of relaxation. You can see yourself walking into a room. In this room, you could see there are many mats and people sitting in a position of meditation. So you can take one of the empty mattress and sit in the posture of meditation. Sit in the posture of meditation and relax yourself. As you sit there relaxed, bring your focus slowly and steadily on your body. Bring your attention at the bottom of your back. Slowly and steadily bring your attention at the end of your tailbone. As you bring your attention at the end of the tailbone, you would notice the root chakra or Muladhara chakra, which is red in color. You would, as bring the notice attention on the Muladhara chakra or the root chakra, you would see the color, the intensity of the red color increasing. This red color, Muladhara chakra, represents your physical identity, your stability, your grounding. As the intensity of this Muladhara chakra increases, you would notice that your basic needs, stability in relationship, fulfillment in basic relationships, or fulfillment of basic feelings are being met. They are fulfilling as the intensity of the chakra is increasing. All the issues like back pain, constipation related to bladder or colon are slowly and steadily disappearing. You are feeling very grounded. You are feeling very secure physically and emotionally. Your sense of security, sense of happiness is increasing. As you bring your attention on your nose, you would notice that your senses of smell are improving. You are feeling more connected to the earth. You are safe. You have control on your life. You are controlling your life. You are feeling great. See the color of root chakra or Muladhara chakra increasing and stabilizing, and the qualities of Muladhara chakra flowing in your body. You are feeling secure, grounded. Your needs are being completely met and fulfilled. You can slowly and steadily move your attention just above the Muladhara chakra. As you move up your attention, you will come to Swadhisthana chakra, which is in orange color, just above the pubic bone. This chakra, in orange in color, represents sexuality, pleasure, and creativity. As the chakra starts balancing and intensifying, you would notice emotions related to sexuality, creativity, compassion getting balanced and increasing. Your enthusiasm is increasing. Happiness is increasing. Attraction and joy is increasing immensely as you bring your focus on the chakra. As you see the chakra intensifying, you would notice you are able to relate emotionally with self and others easily. So all the barriers and the blockage in your relation to self and others are getting clear. Issues related with your organs like lower back pain or related to urinary tract are getting clear as the chakra intensifying. Your feeling of self-worth is increasing. You're feeling happier and creative and sexually strong. As the chakra balances, you can now slowly and steadily bring the focus around your stomach area, and you will find Manipura chakra or solar plexus chakra. This is yellow in color and represents self-esteem and self-confidence. This chakra represents personal power associated with your personal success or your self success in real life. This chakra is the primary source of that power. Yellow color and solar plexus chakra or Manipur chakra represents sun, which is bright like fire and has volumes of energy. As you see the chakra getting intensified and balancing, you will see the confidence and the self-esteem in you increasing. As your self-confidence and self-esteem increases, you will notice you have more control on your life. You're feeling energetic, cheerful, encouraged. Your digestive tract, digestion is improving. Disorders related to stomach are disappearing and your stomach is becoming stronger and better. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on the heart chakra or Anahata chakra. This is green in color. It represents love and compassion. As the green chakra, the chakra that represents love and compassion, Anahata chakra, starts balancing and intensifying, you would notice that your love and compassion, empathy is increasing. Your relationships, including love and marriage, relationship with everyone, love and marriage as well. Your association with others, your association with nature, because green color is the color of nature, is increasing and intensifying. You are experiencing affection. You are building relationship with others, strong and powerful relationships. As the chakra balances and intensifies, anything related to heart, any problems related to heart, you would see are disappearing. Your heart is becoming stronger and healthier. Parts around your hearts are also becoming strong and healthier. You are feeling secure, loved, and cared. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your attention on throat chakra. This is blue in color and represents communication. As you bring your focus on your throat chakra, you would notice that it is intensifying, it is becoming powerful, it is balanced. Glands which are situated around your throat, they are becoming stronger and healthier. Your jaws, your teeth, ears, neck vertebra, mouth, glands are becoming healthier and stronger. You are now capable of making powerful conversations, healthy conversations. Your ability to communicate is increasing many folds as your chakra intensifies. You are able to speak confidently, thinking and speaking clearly. Your ability to listen is increasing many folds. Because communication and listening go together, your ability, your listening skills are also improving. The intensity of blue color is reaching all your face and all the organs, including your ears, are becoming healthier and stronger. You are now able to express yourself, find your voice. Slowly and steadily, you can bring your focus on your forehead, on the brow chakra situated at the third eye place. This third eye chakra or Ajna chakra is indigo in color. This color, this chakra represents intuition, imagination, and clarity of thoughts. This chakra, see it balancing, intensifying, becoming stronger. As it intensifies, becomes stronger, Your ability to experience intuitions, understand intuition is increasing manifold. Your ability to imagine is increasing manifolds. Clarity of thoughts is increasing. You are now able to see bigger picture, imagine bigger things in life. You have the confidence and abilities and skills to achieve larger goals in your life. It is increasing your telepathic abilities and reducing your fears. You can now slowly and steadily bring your focus on crown chakra, which is a mix of white or violet color. This represents awareness and intelligence. This is also known as Sahasrara chakra. Crown chakra is linked with every other chakra. So as the other 6 chakras are balancing, your crown chakra is also balanced. Any ailment or any disorders related to organs around your head, your brain and nervous system are getting cleared as this chakra balances, intensifies and becomes stronger. This chakra represents enlightenment. So you are able to now visualize the larger purpose, the larger goal in your life. Your ability to perform extraordinary tasks, achieve extraordinary goals, your ability to distinguish between right and wrong, ability to understand, interpret hidden things is increasing manifolds. You are feeling one with the universal power. You are feeling one with the divine power. You are feeling one with the cosmic power or the Almighty God you believe in. See the Almighty God giving all the blessings to you from the top. As the Almighty is blessing you from the top, all your 4 chakras are becoming stronger and healthier, and you are able to balance them all. You are able to lead a wonderful life, physically healthy, mentally healthy and stronger, spiritually and emotionally healthy and stronger as well. See the divine power being blessed on you. Every atom and molecule of your body is absorbing all those blessings hungrily. See the tiny divine soldiers flowing into your body and killing all the germs which can cause you diseases. And while they are killing the germs, they are also flowing in your body and killing all the negative. I will wait for 30 seconds, and in 30 seconds you will see your entire body being cleansed by the divine power and the divine small soldiers moving in your body. You can slowly and steadily get up from the room and start walking out. I will count 1 to 5. As I start counting from 1 to 5, you will slowly and steadily come out of the state, relaxation state to the normal state, and open your eyes after I finish counting 1 to 5. 1. All bodies and personalities integrate with your physical body totally and completely right now. 2. Integrate. 3. Integrate. 4. Integrate. 5. You can slowly and steadily open your eyes. Bring your focus on your breath. Relax. And when comfortable, you can share your experience. You can unmute or you can use the chat box and tell me. Yeah, please.
Actually, it's a practice, I think. So I was feeling sleepy when you are describing the crown chakra.
Right.
At that time, I was feeling sleepy and the head was slightly heavier.
Right. Right.
So I was not able to complete the session. So I
Right.
opened my eyes, but I
Right.
followed the instructions.
Right.
That's
So
it.
doesn't matter what happens is during this process,
Yes.
many of
Yeah.
us do fall asleep.
Yes.
I'm sure others would have, yeah, yeah.
And
So,
one more feeling which I observed that uh, like a vibration is going on between the whole body when
right, right,
observing
right,
the right shoulder to left shoulder and the
right,
knees, and
right.
that's the, that's it.
Great. Great. Thank you very much. So it's natural that in this process, because you go deeper in this state of relaxation, you may fall asleep. Right. However, it doesn't matter because your unconscious is working 24/7. So there is always a possibility that your unconscious has accepted all the suggestions. So don't worry about that. So thank you very much for sharing and participating in this activity. Uh, any other observations, feelings you would like to share? You're free to do that.
Sir,
Yeah, yeah, please go ahead.
although I have the sensation at the backbone, I
Right.
felt all those sensations. But
Right.
especially when I reached the heart chakra,
Right,
for a couple of moments,
right,
I had a severe pain,
okay,
very intensified pain at the,
right,
and when I reached the Agya chakra,
right,
there on the left eyebrow, I had a very heavier sensation.
right, right. So great, wonderful for sharing. So what happens is there are a lot of blockages in our body, physically and emotionally. So when I take your attention, your unconscious mind takes attention to different parts of your body. You may start experiencing those pain which have been stored and now being surfaced, right? However, over a period of time, this will go away once your subconscious mind has got the attention there. So thank you very much for sharing. Any other thoughts?
Yeah, at some point in time in the focusing and concentrating, I kind of lost the, I would say, lost the feeling of on my hands and legs. It was kind of,
Right,
like I didn't have them, or
right,
it was just,
right,
it was
right.
basically pretty intense.
Right, right. True. Thank you very much for sharing that. Yeah. So, it is,
Sanjay,
yeah,
Uday,
yeah,
can I share? So,
yeah, please, of course. Welcome. Yeah.
first of all, it's great to connect. We were always connected, some WhatsApp message here and there, but great to connect back. And we had some discussion, yesterday.
Right,
And I really acknowledge, I keep hearing a lot of stories, that what you've done into the training and development and all that industry, that was really, really fantastic.
thank you.
And today's meditation was really, deep. I had 3 to 4 hours of con calls and all that, web meetings and everything, that we have, and had a little tingling sensation, a bit of headache and all, that has suddenly disappeared.
Disappeared.
I
Right, right,
find, so relaxed and
right.
rejuvenated. So that's really fantastic.
Thank you very much
And
for sharing
I
that.
really see the value, Sanjay.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Dr. Chauhan says wonderful experience. Thank you very much. Ruby says highly excited. Dr. Ruby, thank you very much for that. So, thank you very much for all those participation and sharing. Yeah. So, this is one of the techniques which we have, which actually I have developed after learning NLP hypnosis. This powerful meditation technique. So this will be, there is already one on YouTube. I will put this again. You can use this again and again for state of relaxation, because today, in today's world, it is natural that we all get stressed up because of something or the other. So this is something which we can practice all the time. So what I just did now was bypass your conscious mind and connect with your unconscious directly. So our unconscious mind is the powerhouse. Whatever we experienced just now was because of the powers of our unconscious mind. But to experience this power of our unconscious mind, I have to bypass your conscious mind and connect with your unconscious mind directly. so that it can heal you at deeper level. So all the negative stuff which is stored in our unconscious mind, it is because of our negative analysis of the situation consciously. Unconscious mind does not evaluate. It doesn't have ability to differentiate between positive, negative, right, wrong for it. Whatever conscious mind has transferred, it is a reality for that. So for example, if your driver tells you, drive here, it will not think, it cannot think. It will just take you where you have told you, where you have guided him, even if there is a danger. And by the past experience, if it is told that going on a particular road is dangerous, even if you want your unconscious mind to take you from that road, it will not take you because the information in its system says that there is danger. So it will not allow you to. So NLP and hypnosis are the techniques which can help you bypass your unconscious, bypass your conscious and connect directly with your unconscious mind. And quickly, we have to remember that our unconscious mind is our powerhouse. It does not accept orders. It can accept suggestions in form of visuals. So what I just did was give your unconscious mind suggestions in form of visuals. You can use NLP techniques for various applications. People want to exercise, they are not able to exercise. Public speaking is the world's human's second largest fear. First largest fear is fear of death. Second is public speaking. So you can overcome public speaking, help others overcome public speaking using NLP and hypnosis. Attract money. What are our beliefs? So like just now a participant said, subconscious mind is a garbage. Now, what is your belief system about money? Unless you have right belief systems, you will not be able to succeed in your life. Very difficult to succeed. Leadership skills, building relationship, achieving success in your life. All this can be done using NLP. Especially in today's time, during COVID, there is a lot of negativity. Somebody was talking negative and it immediately, we were listening and it immediately started hitting us. So we said that, okay, can you please stop all that negative talk? So negative is today's environment. We are so stressed out because there are so many things we need to do. To maintain our standards of living, we have to keep on improving our earnings all the time. Expenses, in comparison to our income, our expenses are continuously rising. So to keep our lives positive, happy, building relationships, having right role models, this can be done using NLP. So these are the some of the things you can do with NLP. Very important for a coach to have a NLP, to learn NLP skills, because there are two things involved when you achieve success, that is skills and state of mind. So do you have the skills to achieve what you want, and do you have the right state of mind? In sports, we call it as form, whether you are in form or out of form. NLP can help you transform your lives, like a caterpillar being transferred into a beautiful butterfly. I'm sorry. So thank you very much for joining in. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. If you have any questions regarding NLP, you can connect with me tomorrow and avail this offer of discount and part payment. If you really enjoyed my program, loved my meditation, please go on my LinkedIn profile and write a recommendation. It will help me remain motivated, reach more people, have more participants in the in my sessions, and benefit more people. You can also follow us on our LinkedIn page, Facebook page, connect with us in Instagram, whichever social media you are comfortable with. But please don't forget to write a recommendation or a review on LinkedIn. If you have any questions, you are free to ask. I will wait for 30 seconds. And if there are no questions, I will close the session. Yeah, Uday, thank you very much for joining in and taking your valuable time out. I understand. Sunil says thank you. Nice session. Yeah, welcome. Do write a recommendation on LinkedIn. Manjula says thank you for your wonderful session. Welcome. Durga Shankar says thank you. Yes. Yeah, thank you for joining in and your wonderful sharing. Jitendra says thank you. Yeah, welcome. Narendra says thank you. Welcome. Ruby says thanks, Sanjay sir. Welcome, Dr. Ruby, and your valuable time. Karima says distracted. Yeah, so you may get distracted, but when we do it again, you will feel more connected. Sometimes when you repeat the process again and again, you go deeper in the state of relaxation. So that is natural. First time you are experiencing that deeper state. Durga says, can I call you tomorrow? Yeah, you can call me tomorrow. Tomorrow you can call me around 3 p.m. Around 3 p.m. will suit me. Thank you. Anil Amit says, yeah, I will connect with you tomorrow. Great. So you are free to connect with me tomorrow. Thanks, Durga. So thank you very much. So I assume that you have no more questions. So thank you very much once again for your valuable time. We have crossed 15 minutes. However, I really enjoyed doing this session with you. Thank you for your wonderful participation. Have a wonderful week, wonderful life ahead. I am signing off. Sanjay Goel. Thank you very much.